Hello, welcome back to the channel. So we pick you up where we left you guys last week.
Exactly where we left you last week. I've literally just had one more swig of my coffee since last week.
Is it not cold now? Anyway, we are at Shanklin train station on the Ireland line. We're going to get the train to Ryde and it should be great fun, shouldn't it, Claire?
Yeah.
You excited?
Tessie's been on the train before, hasn't she, at Ryde? But
yeah.
Lily hasn't, so we'll see how she fares.
And thank you for travelling with Island Line.
All the way. Just one way or?
No, return, sorry.
To the pier and back, £10.
Fantastic, thank you. Hello, so what I've decided to do is I've decided to do a fact at each station that we stop at. And my first fact is that it cost us £10 return to get back to Shanklin. We're going to start at one end at Shanklin and we're going to Ryde Pier Head at the other end.
Fact number 2 is the length of the line from end to end is 8.5 miles.
Okay, so the next fact are that there are 8 stations on the line. Stations include 3 at Ryde, Smallbrook Junction, Brading, Shanklin Lake and Sandown. Although I got Sandown and Shanklin in the wrong order. I think I did quite well then. Okay, so the next fact is that the rolling stock from the London Underground trains from the 1970s and 1980s. So just as we come into the first of the Ryde stations, the last one of our facts for you is that the train was opened in 1880. Yeah. Now that's us at our final stop. We are at Ryde, we are at the top of the pier. So we're going to have a look, see what we can see. This is where the catamaran goes from. I don't know if we'll manage to see one, but we're going to have a wander anyway. And then we'll have a nice walk back along the pier. So one of the strange things about Ryde Pier, which is quite interesting and it's different to a lot of piers, is you can actually walk down it, you can drive down it, or you can get the train down it. So at the minute, we're just walking around the car park. Now these are all people that have parked up and they're getting the fast cat. So another interesting fact is if you see the church there, that's Ryde's church. Now they do say that if there was a cathedral on the island, it would be that. Now the actual church itself was designed by Gilbert Scott. Now Gilbert Scott is famous for being the architect of the Royal Albert Hall. So yeah, he designed both. So interesting fact about Ryde Pier, it's actually the oldest pier in the UK. So yeah, amazing. And the fact that it's got the cars can go down here, people can go down here, they've really looked after it well. You'll see in a minute a car's going to go past us. I think it's just a fantastic piece of architecture really. So as we're walking down the pier, let's talk transport over to the island. So you've got 3 main ways of getting to this sort of area of the island. You have got, at the end of the pier, you've got the Fast Cat, which is a passenger only ferry. I've been on it once actually when I used to be at uni here, and it only takes about 12 minutes, which is a very similar time to the hovercraft, which you can see over there, which you get from the beach at Ryde. Now the other way to get to this part of the island, which is sort of the north part of the island, is to get the passenger ferry or the car ferry over to Fishbourne. That also goes from Portsmouth. So there's 3 routes over from Portsmouth. But if you're going over in the car, over there to Fishbourne is the only way that you can do it. So we're at the pier head, and the thumbnail on this video asked a question, and that is if you could drive a camper van up the UK's oldest pier. Now, we don't like clickbait on this channel that never gets explained, so I'm going to answer that question for you now. So you see the sign there? It says that any vehicle under 2.25 metres, which would be any T6 with a pop top, not ours because ours has got a high top, and as long as it's under 3 tonne. So to answer the question, you could drive a camper van on the UK's oldest pier. So we found somewhere to have lunch. It's called the Black Sheep. It's a pub down the main high street in Ryde. We managed to sit outside with the dogs. It's quite nice. You've got until I turn the camera around to Claire to comment down below what you think Claire has ordered from a pub to eat. Do 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 do.
I'm having liquid lunch, of course.
No, what are you eating?
I've also ordered a burger.
Yeah, predictable, isn't it? And I've ordered one too, but mine's chicken. That's pretty predictable as well. But you had to pay for the chips separate. You know you're in a posh pub when you have to buy chips separate.
And sausages for the girls.
Oh, and sausages for the girls. And they do give you slaw for free. So whenever I walk past an art gallery, I always wonder how much things are that are in the art gallery. Now I've got a song for you and a question. How much is that doggy in the window? The one with the waggly tail. Tessie, what are you looking at? I'll show you what Tessie's looking at. So that is one of the other ways that I was saying about of getting across to the mainland. This is the hovercraft coming in now. So the hovercraft comes in on the beach next to the pier head. But these I think are fantastic. It's going to get loud in a minute. I'll give you the heads up. So just while we're up here, I'll show you that this is the train that we got on that goes back to Sandown and Shanklin. You can see it goes around the bend and it goes up the pier over there. And Tessie has to have a look like always. Is it alright? You like it?
She don't like to miss out.
Happy? Well, we were going to carry on walking further down here, but Lily's had other ideas.
She's had enough.
Lily, come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
I think we'll turn around and go back up the pier. And there we go. Just to prove it, you can indeed get a camper van on the pier. And it's the same colour as Varney. Okay, so we're back at the top of the pier now, waiting for the train to go back. I just wanted to correct something I've been saying all day. I've been saying that this is the UK's oldest pier. It's not the UK's oldest pier, it's actually the world's oldest pier. So yeah, fantastic fact. Speaking of fantastic facts, Claire's got another one for you about the length of the pier.
The length of the pier is 681 metres long. That's long.
681 metres long. That's crazy. Juts out quite a bit into the sea. Shame it ain't that little bit longer, because then you'd be able to drive back to Portsmouth, wouldn't you? Join our adventures next week where Claire changes the number plates on the van. She drinks antifreeze from the Starship Enterprise and quite likes it. And she sits to contemplate her future. Thanks for watching this vlog. Please like, comment and subscribe.